Happy Tuesday. Today is Kit Bloom Primary Spirit Day. I hope you're all wearing your very best Kit Bloom gear. I can't wait to see all the pictures of you rocking out our school. So now for math, in honor of today, we've got a very special story about a Kit Bloom Primary legend. So, those of you who know Ms. Grossheim know she loves to go hiking. And the other day she was telling me about one of the craziest experiences she had when she was hiking. She told me that when she was hiking, she ran into 6 bears. And I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I looked like that. I was on the edge of my seat. I was so scared. I was like, you ran into 6 bears? Like, bears can eat you. And she was like, Ms. Libby, the story doesn't end there. She was hiking really fast to get away from them, and she turned a corner, and then she saw 3 more bears. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, my jaw was on the floor. I was shocked and scared, and I was like, did you make it out okay? Like, were they chasing after you? And she was like, oh, yeah, I was fine. I was like, oh, I don't know about that, Miss Grossheim. And so then, at the end, she was like, well, how many bears did I see in all? And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go draw some math circles because I was so distracted by the bears that I couldn't count that properly. So she said, all right, draw those math circles. So I was like, okay, so you saw 6 bears first. So I'm going to draw 6 math circles. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, okay, well then that's your first part. Like that's going to go in the number bond as a part. Boom. All right. So then she said that she saw 3 more bears. Holy cow. So now I need to draw 3 more math circles from that second part. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So our second part is 3. So now we've got our 2 parts. We've got 6 and we've got 3. So now I know to find the total, how many she had all together, I have to count. Oh, you got it. You got it before I did. I have to count them all together. All right, count with me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so altogether she saw, you're right, she saw 9. 9 is my whole. I know the whole is always the biggest number. The whole is always the. All right, so now for that number sentence. I bet you guys are experts and you don't even need me. You know that I am going to say that you got it. The parts go by the plus sign. The parts go by the. So when I set it up, I might do this. I might draw lines with the plus sign. And I have the plus sign circle just so I don't forget. Because sometimes I might be dreaming about those bears or something. I don't know. But I know my parts are going to go by the plus sign. I remember my parts were 6 and 3. My parts were awesome. So I'm going to write 6. And then I've got my plus 3. And then I know that equals my whole, which was 9. She saw 9 bears all together. Holy cow. Maybe you could send Ms. Grossheim a message saying how brave she was that she was able to survive seeing 9 bears while she was hiking. All right. Let's stop and take a look at this. So I know that you guys are pretty much pros at this, but I just want to give us a little bit more practice drawing the number sentence without having the plus sign and the equal sign already there. So we know that she saw those 6 bears, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 3 more bears. 1, 2, 3. Now when I'm going to write my number sentence, let's do our number bond just for help. We said our parts were, you got it, 6 and 3. All right. And then we counted them all together. Our whole was 9. There we go. So when I go to write this, I don't have my plus sign there yet. So remember, I'm just going to write my parts plus my plus sign. Remember, sometimes I think about it as in adding my parts together, and then that equals my whole. All right. So I'm going to write 6 plus 3. I'm going to write it twice so I can do it the regular way and then the fancy way. So we've got 6 plus 3, and then I know I can do equals 9, or if I want to be fancy, I can put my whole at the beginning of the number sentence and write 9 equals 6 plus 3. Either way. If you prefer the fancy way, say, oh yeah. You so fancy. All right, let's keep going and get some practice in. All right, so today we're going to practice solving add to problems with the total unknown and put together problems with the total unknown. So here's the important thing. Don't get tricked today. The answer is not always going to be 10. It's not always going to be 9. It's not always going to be whatever. You need to make sure you're listening to the problem and solving to find what that total is. All right, our thinking steps. Remember, you got to listen to the story and either look at the picture or draw those parts. And then you're going to look and think about what are the parts and fill it in the number sentence. Remember, the parts always go by the plus sign. The parts always go by the, and then you are going to count the math circles and fill in the whole. All right, for our first problem, you're going to draw math circles and write an addition sentence to solve the problem. If you need that number bond to help you solve the problem, go for it. All right, so our first problem. Ms. Jameson saw 4 elephants at the zoo. Then she saw 5 more. How many elephants did she see at the zoo? Go ahead and draw those math circles and write your number sentence to match. Thinking about those parts and where they go. Parts, plus sign, parts, plus sign. All right, if you are not done solving the problem, you can just pause really fast and finish solving it and then join back with us if you need to. Or when, not if you need to, when you're ready. All right, so Ms. Jameson saw 4 elephants at the zoo, so first we need to draw. You got it, 4 math circles. Come with me. We've got, oh, whoops, we did the 5 more first. Just kidding, we've got the 5 more. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 more that she saw. Say whoopsie daisies. Silly Ms. Libby. So we have 5 more. And then we have the 4 that she originally saw. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Looks like Ms. Libby was a little bit confused on her order, but we'll still get the same answer. All right. So now I know that my parts are 5 and 4. And so since I know that my parts are 5 and 4, I know that my parts go by the, you got it. You go by that plus sign. And then I have to count them all together to see how many there are. Let's count them together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 8 and 9. Awesome. So our whole was 9. So I'm going to fill in my hole in the number bond. Boop. And fill in my hole in my number sentence. Say, go me. All right, next one. We'll see if Ms. Libby did this one without making mistakes and if you can do this one. All right. Mr. Dixon had 8 spicy chicken wings and 2 lemon garlic chicken wings. How many chicken wings did Mr. Dixon have? All right, remember you're going to draw those math circles and write the addition sentence to match. And if you need to, go ahead again and create that number bond to help you solve the problem. Go. All right, if you're not done yet, no big deal. We're going to pause here now, and I'm going to go over the answers. If you need to pause it, remember, just pause it and then start back up when you're ready. So Mr. Dixon had 8 spicy chicken wings and 2 lemon garlic chicken wings. So I know that first I need to draw those 8 math circles to match those 8 spicy chicken wings. Let's count them just to make sure Ms. Libby didn't make a mistake this time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Phew, I didn't trick myself this time. All right, and then he had 2 lemon garlic chicken wings. So we know we need to draw, that's right, 2 math circles. Let's count. So we've got 1, 2. So now I know my parts are. You got it, 8 and 2. So in that number bond, we've got 8 and 2, and then my parts are going to go by the plus sign. Oh my goodness, I think maybe you guys should be teaching this and not me. Your brains are so big. You got it, 8 plus 2, and then I'm going to fill in for my hole. We have to count for that hole. So we've got, let's count them together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we know that 8 plus 2 equals, that's right, 10. 10 is our whole. It's that biggest number, and we're putting our 2 parts together to make 10. Awesome. Say, oh yeah. All right, so now these are just going to be bonus questions, Kipsters. I'm not going to give the answer to you right now. If you want to take a picture of yourself solving it and send it to your teacher, I bet they'll give you extra Kipster of the Week points. So the 2 bonus problems for today are Zane had 6 round crackers and 3 square crackers. How many crackers did Zane have in all? I'll read it one more time. Zane had 6 round crackers and 3 square crackers. How many crackers did Zane have in all? All right, so remember, you can pause it and solve it and then move on to the next bonus question. Our second bonus question is Riley had 9 crayons. Her friend gave her 1 crayon. How many crayons did Riley have in all? I'll read it one more time. Riley had 9 crayons. Her friend gave her 1 crayon. How many crayons did Riley have in all? Well, I can't wait to see who gets those bonus questions. I can't wait to see who has the most Kip Bloom spirit. Say, go KBP! All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Kipsters.